The journey began as the flight touched down under the bright, expansive sky of Pristina, Kosovo. Elias, a seasoned guide with a warm, welcoming smile, stood at the arrival gate holding a sign for the Balkan explorers. 20 strangers, including Selin, a traveler seeking the quiet wisdom of old stones, gathered their belongings. Outside, a sleek white Mercedes Sprinter minibus awaited the group. Elias handled the first logistical detail, a collective fund for the €15 airport exit fees and local municipal taxes. As the group settled into the plush seats, the engine hummed to life, ready to navigate the historic roads ahead. Pristina offered a fascinating blend of the old and the brand new. Elias led them to the Imperial Mosque and the vibrant newborn monument, symbols of a resilient spirit. Afterward, they visited the expansive Albi Mall, a modern contrast where the group enjoyed strong Balkan macchiatos for only €2. Selin watched the local shoppers, realizing that history and modernity lived side by side here. The air was filled with the scent of grilled peppers and fresh coffee as they prepared for the next leg of their journey toward the border of North Macedonia. The white minibus wound its way through the lush green mountains toward Skopje. Marco, the steady-handed driver, navigated the highway with professional ease. At each toll station, Elias stepped out briefly to handle the fees, which totaled roughly €6 for the large vehicle. The atmosphere inside the bus was lively. The 20 travelers were no longer strangers but companions sharing stories. The route was breathtaking, with peaks appearing like scenes from a painting through the large panoramic windows. They arrived in Skopje as evening fell, checking into a sophisticated 4-star hotel near the city center. Skopje greeted them with a surreal blend of ancient stones and towering monuments. Elias led the group across the 15th century stone bridge, where the Vardar River flowed silently beneath. He spoke of the city's transformation, pointing toward the massive bronze statue of a warrior on a horse. As the sun set, the group enjoyed a traditional dinner of kabapi and local wine in the old bazaar. Selin noted that a full, high-quality meal cost a modest €14, a pleasant surprise for such a vibrant capital. They spent a single, magical night in the city of statues before the water called them west. The next afternoon, the shimmering blue expanse of Lake Ohrid appeared on the horizon like a sapphire. The group checked into a stunning 4-star lakeside hotel, where the lobby sparkled with polished marble. Selin met Marco near the entrance as he unloaded the luggage from the Sprinter. He gave her a polite nod, noting that the mountain roads had been kind to them. Elias gathered everyone to announce the evening's plans, his voice echoing softly as the group prepared to explore the Jerusalem of the Balkans. Ohrid's old town was a labyrinth of cobblestones and hidden gardens. Elias guided them up the steep paths toward Samuel's fortress, the ancient walls standing as silent guardians. They paid the €2 entry fee and climbed the ramparts to see the red-tiled roofs sprawling below. Later, they visited the iconic Church of St. John at Kineo, perched precariously on a cliff. Elias explained the Byzantine architecture, his passion for the region's heritage evident in every word. For dinner, they shared fresh Ohrid trout at a lakeside restaurant, the meal costing about €22 per person. A short drive brought the group to Struga, where they would spend the next 2 days. Here, the Black Drin River flowed out of Lake Ohrid with a mesmerizing current. 2 of the travelers, Adrian and Maya, walked onto the Poetry Bridge, where the river's rush was loudest. They found a small cafe right on the water's edge and enjoyed strong Turkish-style coffees for only €2. The pace in Struga was slower and more rhythmic, allowing the travelers to reflect on the beauty they had seen over the past few days. The second day in Struga was for leisure and local discovery. Selin and Maya wandered through the local market, where the vibrant colors of fresh produce and handmade textiles created a mosaic of Balkan life. They bartered for small jars of honey and traditional spices, finding the prices incredibly reasonable. The group of 20 gathered in the evening for a walk along the lake shore, watching the moon rise over the water. The bond between the travelers had solidified. They were now a community of explorers, bound by the shared rhythm of the road. The transition into Albania involved a scenic climb through the Cafe Thane mountain pass. Marco expertly handled the winding roads and the border formalities, ensuring a smooth entry into the land of eagles. The minibus hummed along the highway toward Tirana, where the landscape shifted from quiet mountains to a burst of color. Arriving at Skanderbeg Square, Elias and Marco shared a moment of satisfaction at the journey's progress. They visited Bunkart 2, a museum inside a former nuclear bunker, where the €5 entry fee revealed a hauntingly beautiful history. The final morning in Tirana was spent in a flurry of last-minute souvenir shopping, vibrant carpets, and silver filigree. As the minibus pulled into the Tirana International Airport for their flight home, a sense of melancholy settled over the group. The 20 travelers exchanged contact details and promises to meet again. Selin shook Elias's hand, thanking him for a journey that had opened her heart to new horizons. As they moved toward their gates, the Balkan sun remained high, a golden reminder of the roads they had traveled